Have you arrived at where you're going in your professional life? Or are you ready to continue to upskill, looking for areas for development where you could enhance your capability so that you could serve at a greater level? Well, stick with me, because in this week's episode, I'm going to talk about the area of your leadership that's going to help you to do just that. Hi, this is Grant Herbert, emotional intelligence master coach, trainer, and sustainable performance coach. And today I want to continue our conversation around the 3 facets of leadership by helping you to develop your professional leadership. We started a conversation a few weeks ago. I had a break in the middle because of COVID. And we talked about my understanding around what leadership is and how it's changed and how it's developed and how there needs to be a shift in our mindset as to what it is before we look at the skills that we need. It's way more than just a set of skills that you need to get people to do what you want them to do if you're running a team. Last week, we started the conversation around personal leadership, those foundational competencies of you, the leader. And this week, I want to unpack the shifts that you can make in your professional leadership. So when I use the word professional, it doesn't mean that you have to be working in professional services or see yourself as a professional. To be honest, I like alliteration, and we talked about personal. Now we've got professional, and next week we're going to talk about people. So when you hear the word professional, I want you to put that into your context. No matter what it is, see it through your lens, whatever your career is or whatever your vocation or business, etc. is. And these are the skills that we're going to be talking about that are particular to getting results in what it is that you do. The 3 shifts that we want to make in this area start with performance. And the shift we want to make is going from high performance, hustle and grind, to sustainable performance, where we can perform but still have our health. A lot of times you'll hear the term high performance get used. There's even a whole movement of high performance coaches out there, and that's okay. High performance is a good thing. However, continuing to burn the midnight oil, to hustle and grind, and all these new things that people talk about to get more done and to make sure that you stay on top, it doesn't work long term. I know from my own experience that just doing what you need to do over and over, long hours of not just physical but emotional and mental energy being expended, doesn't really put you in a state to get the most output anyway. So the first area in professional leadership that I help people work on is, how do you take your high performance and mold it and adjust it and tweak it and look at the areas within it and still get a high level of performance, but sustainability as well. Sustainability says that you're going to be able to do it for longer. It says you're going to be able to have enough energy left to be able to do other things as well, not just what you're doing in your career. The second shift that I help you to make in this area is around your positioning. Now, positioning is a term that gets used a lot in marketing, and it puts you in a certain position in front of a particular market. And I want to use those concepts. Yes, I help people to do that. However, let's broaden our understanding of what we're doing here in any context of your career and what it is that you do for a living. The shift here is to go from invisible to being in demand. And what causes that invisibility is just the same as everybody else. There's so many people there that do what you do. What is it about you that's different? What is it about you that makes you stand out? And instead of being invisible, helps you to become in demand. so that you then, whether you are going to an interview or whether you're already involved in an organization and you're looking to advance your career, you stand out for the good reasons. I know in my military, in my corporate career, I stood out a lot. And a lot of times it was for the wrong reasons. It was for unhealthy reasons. And I certainly wasn't invisible. However, it didn't make me always in demand. You know, when you're in demand, you're able to make choices. You're able to have decisions and choose what it is that you want to do rather than just settle for what's available. To do this, it's a total new set of skills, right? It's being able to look at brand you and be able to position yourself, as the word says, in the right place at the right time so that the right people can hear you and see you and take notice. So instead of scrolling along and just going straight past anything that you might be saying in your life, you stand out and people go, oh, that got my attention. Let me have a little bit more of a look at this person. And the third area and the third shift that I want you to make in this area of professional leadership is in that old chestnut, productivity. Who would like to get more done with less? Most of us do. However, the challenge here is that we are still employing, and some people are still teaching, techniques that no longer work in today's marketplace, in today's fast-paced, ever-changing environment. And this shift is going from looking at time to outcomes. You know, I totally don't believe in time management. Time management is not something that exists because unless you're God or Mother Nature, and it's up to you which one of those you believe are in control of time, you can't change time. We don't have the ability to wind the clock back and get more hours in a day. But what we do have the ability to do is to shift in 3 key areas so that the time that you have gets the most return. I like to talk about, firstly, priority management. You know, there's things that you could do in your day. Doesn't mean you should. So what are your key priorities? And if we link those back to what we talked about last week, and we talk about purpose and we talk about intention, and it's part of a plan, and it's part of your values and your belief and what it is that's truly important to you. You put those priorities first and you invest in those areas, then you're going to get a greater return on every area of your life. The second area in this is to be able to manage your environment, knowing where everything is, making sure that your minimalist environment helps you rather than a cluttered environment that has everything everywhere, and being able to ensure that you can put your finger on things when you need to, that you can create their environment of noise or lack of that you need, where you can remove distractions and you can remove procrastination because you've got a clear understanding of who it is you need to be in any particular time within your day. And then the third area is energy management. As I get older, and particularly over the last 10 years of going through some health issues, and particularly over the last couple of weeks going through COVID, I'm understanding the value, the priceless value of your energy. Being able to have enough energy left at the end of the day to be who you need to be in every area of your life, not just expend all your energy in your work, in your career, in your business, whatever it is for you, and then being exhausted physically, emotionally, and mentally. So productivity firstly needs to be looked at in a different way. Let's get rid of the antiquated 20th century teachings around time management and the like. And let's look at the world that we're living in now and optimize the environment and the energy levels and what it is that you're doing so that you can get more done with less. So there you have it. 3 areas with shifts that I help you to make in your professional leadership. When you become more proficient in what it is that you can produce, then we can move into being able to help others to do the same. So next week, I want to continue this conversation and help you to look at where most people think it starts, the area of leadership that helps you to work with others. Well, that's it from me for another week. Join me again next week as we look at the 3rd area of leadership, and that is people leadership. I'll see you then.